Welcome to the reading of A Butterfly from Memory. Blue Flowers in Bloom. This time I'll try at least be slightly better at reading. There's only 5 episodes this one. Last one was 6. This one is going to be very short. The Hidden Caterpillar. One day, one day, not long after the 42nd Tactical Warfare has ended at its science school. That's another one. There's so many events happen right after the 42nd event. That's always been amazing. Hardlander representative. Come in. Hello, director. Welcome, future leader. Looks like you came running straight from after class. Well, I was actually waiting for you to contact me. It's been decided, right? The team lineup for the next year's Tetra cluster? Whatever happened to not ready to be a leader? Anyways, I appreciate that you've stepped up for such enthusiasm. Yes, of course. To be honest, I'm still not sure if I can be as good of a leader as my seniors. But since you've entrusted me with this position, I'll do my very best. Oh, they actually added a lot more voice lines, or at least more sequentially line, like they have it playing. I understand it's not an easy decision. So I'll support you in every way to make this your best year. I can't read. Now then, shall we begin the news of your news? Now shall we break the news to your new? Now then, shall we break the news to your future teammates? So, what do you think about the strongest Tetra cluster ever that you'll be leading? That's, to be honest, the full direction of that line. Of saying "eto." Translation-wise, English-wise, like you want to make it. I have a question, director. Go ahead, ask away. It's your team, after all. Just looking at the other members, I can see why you call it the strongest. But this composition, Katana, Elena, and Ino. I had picked the students at the ITS Science School who can bring out the strongest synergy. Yeah, this one they added a lot more voicing. Makes sense why there's less chapters, as it might be. Or at least more voicing for the female character. I don't know what they're gonna do for everyone else, but let's see. But if you add me into the mix, we'll be unmatched. We'll be unmatched in offense, but utterly fragile on defense. Why would they choose a lineup like this? Yume. It's Yume. The director quickly approaches and rests her hand on Yumi's shoulder. I know it was a female voice. All the characters are female, but anyone that doesn't have a character as an icon, I will just give them my normal voice, or at least a deeper tone voice, because I can't do all voices. It hurts. I know what you're trying to say, but there's something you need to know. Next year's Tactical Warfare will be more important than ever. Important in what sense? It will be the most special year, one that proves the power and science, one that proves the power of science to everyone. Did you know? With every new generation, the numbers of special kids are growing. The numbers of special kids are growing. There's an R there, guys. By special kids, you mean those with superpowers? That's right. Proxians admired by all for their special abilities. If such Proxians keep increasing, Lemerit will end up being completely overrun by those with the innate abilities. That is if things keep going this way. But science and technology has achieved equally dazzling progress. Why can't I read? I want to show everyone that we can shine even brighter through science. Therefore, Yume, I'm placing great expectations on your technology. My technology? The spatial stasis that you showcase at this year's Technical Warfare. The lens-based technology that freezes any captured target in place. Thank you for your flattering assessment, but it only slows movement for a short time. As it stands, it's seriously lacking in many ways for real combat use. So what you're saying is, if you just make up the shortcomings, there won't be any problems. Yes? I call that potential. The potential to complete. Compete? I feel like that's supposed to be compete, not complete. But the potential to complete the unbeatable SITS we be striving for. Oh, wait, never mind. Complete, yeah. We've been striving for. Don't you agree? I see. This lineup I've been included in is working only by minimizing defense. If I say that I can't do it now, I'll be... Will you show me that potential, Yume? Okay. She says it in such a shy, in a defeated tone. Yume saw it as her last chance. A gift to herself, a gift to someone like her, who always seems half a step behind. Hey, you're literally not one step behind. A half a step is fine. A chance to take even a small step, even taking a single step closer to the quick strides of her juniors. She clings to that belief and works hard, yet the ominous feelings never left her. Fuck, I can't read. Watch out. Yeah, so there is more lines because they never added extra lines before. They don't actually have the laughter. They don't actually have these parts. Sis, Kanata senpai. Kanata senpai. She actually uses senpai. I'm placing great expectations on your technology. Will you show me that potential, Yume? No. Dang. The image reflected in the camera's lens quickly fades away. Wow. Gone girl. Oh, so this explains how she was out for that whole time. Okay. I always wondered, like, what was her reason of being taken out the whole time for that whole week. Not long after the end of the tactical warfare at a hospital in Lemeret. Wait. How? Okay, hold up. I'm even more confused now that I think about it. How you been, Kanata?
Hi.
Hello, Architect. I imagine you got your hands full. Thanks for making the time. No problem, Kanata. No problem, Kanata. You asked me to come, so I figured I should. Since you reached out to me separately, I assumed it was something important. If I've told you it was simply because I missed you, that wouldn't work, would it? No, because you're crazy for your sister. It's hard to hide anything from you, Architect. Yes, it's just as you said. I thought things would get better once the tactical warfare was over, but they didn't. Is it a personal issue? I don't know I don't know the storyline. I don't know the timeline we're at now. I need to probably go to the actual website or the actual guideline and see like where each event takes place. Kind of. But it's also something that concerns all of us in Tetra Cluster. Yeah, there's more sound cues, so they added more to this, so that explains why why it's shorter. Did you happen to know? Do you happen to know Yume senpai? Yeah. Also, now they're adding the word senpai now into the thing. They didn't do that before. Kanata calmly began to talk about Yume.
そうですね。
Yume senpai joined I forgot her tone. Yume senpai joined the Yume senpai joined Terra Cluster a year before me. Whether she was in the main lineup or not, she always gave her all. She gently comforted, everyone. Yet at the same time, she was the strongest pillar we could rely on. She sounds like a really good senpai. I like to capitalize. Was senpai always a capitalized word? More than just a good senpai, I think. She's the kind of senpai I wanted to become. Oh, blush. Weird. Weird to hear. Wait, weird to hear an affirmation from you, out of everyone else. Also, kind of weird because she's going around her character, but she's gone missing. Have you contacted the police?
Yeah.
She hasn't actually gone missing. She just vanished from school in the club room, which is a relief. But have you tried reaching out to her directly? Yes, but she's refused to respond to both calls and messages. At first, we still exchanged brief. At first, we exchanged brief greetings each day, but now even that stopped. Elena and Eno tried too, with the same results. But then, a few days ago, I got a call from the school. They said Yume senpai submitted a withdrawal form. That's when I knew something was really wrong. Though, honestly, I had a bad feeling ever since she stopped visiting the hospital. I forgot her tone, and I think I'm just talking normally now. Well. Yume, I'm pretty sure I've seen her before. Where is it when I first got out of the hospital? Again, these are like, I hate this. I hate constructively same sentences. Oh yeah, that's who you were. So this is directly after this event. Sorry. I didn't hear anything. I was just trying to... Oh yeah, now I remember her. So that was Yume back then. Ah, so that was Architect. Elena and Eno are still looking for her, but here in the hospital, I can't do anything. So I thought you'd be the one who can help. Okay, so I know what this timeline is to this event's timeline is. It's coincidentally to this timeline, different, her event, Kanata's event was after her main event. It was after her recovery time, and then keep an eye on her sister, and all that stuff happened. Please try to persuade her, even if it's just once. Tell her not to go, and that her teammates are waiting for her. Alright, I'll give it a try. My tone is super dead. I have no emotions. Nightblade 490 leaves. The architect leaves the hospital room and heads to the place where he ran into Yume. And I've been staying in Lamera for quite some time. I don't know. How can I find Yume? The architect's worried only grew deeper. It should be grew deeper. Only grows deeper, or grows deeper. Only grew deeper. I don't know, it feels a little bit weird saying grow. Eventually, the architect asked the counseling club members for their help. So what you're saying is, if we gather eyewitnesses about this ITS student, you'll treat us to a special Fucking brain cells. Me. You know this word. Why can't you say it? Not tobacco. Wrong word. Like, that was the word I was trying not to say, but I ended up still saying it wrong. Wait, is Tabasco? What did I just say then? Oh, yeah, man. I have no words. I'm bad. You'll treat us to a special Tabasco. Tabasco waffle set? That just sounds disgusting. Alright, but whatever. Yeah, you promised. No taking back. I love chocolate, but poffits. First of all, please don't get the wrong idea, teacher.
Sensei?
We're helping because it's your request, and we're glad to do it. Of course, we'll still be having dessert. Come on, guys. Seriously?
Sensei!
Thanks, you, Mana. Wait, who the heck is Yuna? As I think about it. Oh, her. My brain turned off again, whose characters were. Sensei, do you really just need us to gather reports of Yume-senpai sightings? Yes, that'll be enough. I'm counting on all of you. Yeah, they never used senpai before. This is actually the first time any character has been addressed as senpai. Okay, leave it to us. Yippee! Damn, they gave Aurora a lot of animation sequence right there. She had the most explosive energy out of everyone so far. That's probably is why it's much shorter. But I'm quite certain senpai was never used before. With the counseling club's help, the search bores fruit surprisingly quickly. And the students' range of activity is smaller than I thought. And if the school is self-excluded, then... Again, I hate these type of train of thought sentences. Just make one sentence and then don't make the other sentence like that. It just makes it stupid. And small, like I don't know, like this range. Oh, the students' range of activity is smaller than I thought. If we take out the school, if we take out the school, that'll be fine. Don't put and if we don't put an, put an if. Just leave if there. Take away that, and it'll be like an actual broken sentence, like a separate sentence. I was thinking habanero for some reason. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking where it was Tabasco. Or tobacco. Tabasco. I think I just said that was, yeah, I was trying not to say tobacco. Tabasco. Why are those words so similar together? Now that I think about it. And sound wise. Anyways, smaller than I thought. I'm ranting again. This is the architect steps up to the railing on the rooftop of La Maret Hospital. Oh God, let's kick again at that exact moment. I can see Kanata's room, so it's a hospital room from here. She's trying to distance herself from her teammates yet. Huh? Someone's coming. There it is. That is how you do a breaking sentence. Oh yeah, didn't she also help us out too with talking? The rooftop door. The rooftop door opens and Yume walks in. Hi, you're Yume, right? Huh? You're the teacher from the Akino-ka's counseling club, right? Why are you here? Someone asked me to help find you. Is Kanata looking for me? Not just Kanata. Yeah, this one's better. Elena, you know, that's only because they aren't aware. If they find out the truth about me, the truth about you, I wasn't able to do anything. I felt both. Yeah, they added more lines. Weird. But it fits most of it, but at the same time, it doesn't fit all of it in translation. She mostly said, like, I think she failed her role. That's it. But like, but this line just make it longer than it should be. I felt both in the responsibility I had to bear and in the role I was given. Yeah, so yeah, the line she just said in Japanese was mostly, I failed the role. I failed in my role. Because the responsibility and role are technically the same thing in structure. But it was really not longer for no reason. Yume's gaze towards the hospital room where Kanata is admitted. It should have been me in there, not her. I should have done anything, like Kati did. Kati is Kati, you can't be the same. You're wrong. What is this feeling? It's like I've been missing something this whole time. Oh no! Wait, yeah, that wasn't Kanata's storyline that I was talking about. That was Kathy's storyline that they were talking about. Something fundamentally different from Kathy. Now I remember where this storyline takes place. I'm sorry, teacher. I just can't do it. Yuno lowers her head and Yume lowers her head and starts walking towards the rooftop door. Yume, wait. Huh? Stopping in her tracks, Yume quietly faces the architect, Architect 490. No matter what you say now, nothing will change. 3 chances. Yeah, see? Yeah, they added more. Yeah, there's so much more voice lines for some reason. Sorry. What do you mean by that? Give me 3 chances. We'll just talk, like a counseling session. What happened after those 3 sessions? And if nothing changes after that, then I'll straight cut and just let you go. This is much better. Will 3 sessions be enough? I might just run away like this, you know. Well, I'll worry about that if the time comes. What do you say, Yume? Will you give me a chance? See, these are continuing sentences, but they actually do work as broken sentences. Because you can't say these fast enough, like, will you give me a chance? But you can also, since they're broken sentences, they're continuous conversational sentences, but you can break them apart easier that way, so it works. Will you give me a chance? Okay. And each counseling session is gonna be each of the episodes, I assume. And thus, the 3 counseling sessions with Yume begins. 3 hard-won chances for counseling. With a heavy heart, the architect heads to the second section's location. Wait, we already missed the first session? We talked about that, but I'm not making any clear progress. But this one right here is continuous in sentences. So I hate. We talked about that. But it's, again, if you just take away the buts, you would just these connecting words. You would literally get. I'm not making any clear progress. That would work better. I wasn't able to do anything. Oh, this is the continuation of the reading. I'm not going to reread this far because it's like no point. But maybe I should. I felt both in responsibility I had to bear and in the role I was given. Also, she didn't say the line here. It should have been me in there, not her. I should have done anything like Kati did. Her refusal to engage emotionally made the first session clearly a failure. Wait, how come? Wait, you can't say that was the first session if that was the first time talking to her. You can't use that as your first chance. So today, I need to try a different approach. Unless she had the same response and had the same mental breakdown the first time. Let's try approaching this in the most familiar way. The architect and Yume begin their second session on the hospital rooftop. Teacher, This is yeah. Again, she also said so they're slowly adding voice lines to these events. Then they're gonna do that as soon as like they have more more lines that actually would be coherently enough to be repeated. They said into the events, maybe. What happened that day is entirely the adult's responsibility. You students have no reason to blame yourself. Let's start this. The architect opens the record files of the 43rd Tactical Warfare round of 16. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is the due to the organization's interference by certain members of the board, a terrorist attack against students occurred. A terrorist attack against students occurred. Okay, wait, I'm reading again. But like it made sense, but my reading sucks. From the preliminaries through the round of 16th, there were 2 students with serious injuries and 15 students with minor injuries. I should be reading this normally. A terrorist attack? So that's what it was. No one saw this coming. It was the vile criminals of the corrupt adults who deceived everyone for the. Again, these are continuous sentences. So please don't punish yourself. You don't deserve that. By corrupted adults, you don't deserve that. You might be right, teacher, but the truth is, in this tactical warfare, I was originally meant to be the leader of the Tesla cluster. Oh, the episode was called Ill-Fitted Clothing. Didn't see that. Breaking point. Oh, At Yume's unexpected confession, the architect is left momentarily speechless. Then Katana became the leader because I had stepped down from the position before the lineup was announced. Do you happen to remember our team's lineup? This is more like this is not the narration. This is more of him, myself, the architect reading this. The Tetra cluster's strategy was built on Katana's overwhelming firepower, with the rest of the teams providing support. My eye is itchy. An offensive position. Fuck's sake, goddamn fucking voice me. I have an offensive formation that forewent any close range countermeasures. The plan is for me to immobilize the opposing team first, and then my teammates focus all their fires. I heard that we recorded the strongest firepower among all participants' schools with this strategy. But you see, But you see the problem, don't you? All the responsibility ends up falling on you. You're the one who has to protect the entire team by yourself. That's right. Ow. No, that's right. One mistake from me, and everything collapsed. So how could I call myself the leader of the team? I couldn't handle such a position while still trying to fulfill my role in the team. At the very least, I should have managed to accomplish the one thing left to me. Yume? Why did you try shouldering everything on your own? If I was told that only I would be able to pull this off... Oh. I was told I was the only one I would... I was told that only I would be able to pull this off. For someone like me, who's always been a withdrawn little caterpillar, this felt like the only way I could repay everyone's trust. And maybe this could be my last chance while I'm still in school, you know? A strategy like this is a rare sight. Is rare, even stings. What about the teachers? Can't you ask them for... Again, these are continuous sentences. Because like this doesn't make sense. Can't you ask them for advice or help? Because it's talking about the teachers here, but this damn doesn't make sense. If you put can't you ask the can't you ask the you could have just said can't you ask for advice or help? That would have been better.
いいえ
I suppose I could have, but I was just so scared. I could have said something, yet I feared I lost everything if I did. I also have forgot her tone. I couldn't do anything, yet I couldn't fully run away from it either.
先生
Would it be alright if we end today's session here,
ありがとうございます
Sensei? The architect is unable to stop Yumi from leaving. The strategy that she explained. This isn't something the students should. This isn't something the students could decide on their own. So who was behind it and why? The architect sits quietly, gazing up at the sky. In the end, Amelia's strategist. In the end,
Hi.
Oh, hi. Oh, hey, Irene. Hello, architect. It's Irene. 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 I also, by the way, I love the fact that her name is just AI, but with written in front of it, so people don't question it because she's the first character you meet who's an AI, and all the characters are AIs. It's just funny.
そう
I had no choice but to contact you during your scheduling, as it's an urgent matter. The session ended early, so it's fine. What's going on? Why did I say that so clearly? A message has arrived through your official channels. It's from the ITS science school. Why was that shaken? Also, why is this no longer in quotes? It's from the ITS science school. Wait, ITS? They have the hardliners on the board.
そうです
Yes, just as you recall. I don't know the exact reason, but
え
the director of ITS Science School has requested a meeting with you. She wants to meet me? Yes, preferably as soon as
あ
possible.
なた
What would you like to do, architect? What would you like to do, architect? Again, I need to stop making her dead tone. She actually has emotions. I just gotta bring it from the dead tone and put the emotions into that tone. The architect recalls the headlines representative he met at the Lemaire Board of Directors meeting. She was wary of me, but her outrage at the illegal weapons was real, wasn't it? The architect nods.
え
Understood. I'll try to arrange the schedule. A few days later, the architect arrives at the ITS Science School Director's office. Brain turned off there. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, welcome. Architect. I think they'll just say the name. Welcome, Nightblade 490 from Asnia. Thank you for taking the time. It's been a while since we last met at the board meeting. At that time, given the situation, ew, what the heck is on my foot? Yeah, 100%. I feel like there's something in my room that I need to go check. I'll be like a hole. At the time, given the situation, I regret that I was disrespectful. And afterwards, too many incidents occurred one after another, both inside and outside the school. I understand. It did involve the students after all. Thank you for your understanding. To be frank, the reason I requested this meeting had to do with one of our students, Yume from Tetra Cluster. Yume. It was only after the situation finally settled down that I learned what happened. That that she had submitted the withdrawal form and vanished without a trace. You didn't know until now? Regrettably, that is correct. I somehow managed to meet her and try to persuade her, even though she refuses to see her classmates or even her teammates. But in the end, I never got her to say that she would return to school. It must have been an issue important enough for you to persuade her in person. Tetra Cluster is our strongest team, the embodiment of ITS Science School's technological essence. What does ITS even stand for? I still have not learned what that meant yet. Now that I think about it, I don't remember. They are the ones who will provide ITS's philosophy. Knowledge is power. This should be in quotes, by the way, because that is a quote line. And if it's a philosophy, if it's a quote of the philosophy, you quote the philosophy line. You don't just say it and just leave it there. I have always given them the best support and guidance I could. This year in particular, I paid closer attention than ever before. Did you? Wait, does that mean she is Yume's advisor? Yeah, Yume might think of herself as ordinary, but I see her differently. She is indispensable for the future of ITS. And beyond that, for the future of Limera as well. Wait a second, Director. What exactly is this future that you're talking about? Again, those are connective lines, but I will say the last one because it makes more sense. In that moment, a single thought flashed through the architect's mind. I'm speaking of the future where one can reach the pinnacle, not through the prestige of family or the unfathomable force of superpowers, but through the true strength and efforts of a Proxian. Looking past the scars, episode 5, the final episode. The architect immediately voices the question that comes into his mind. Is it you, Director? Again, this is continuous, and this makes no sense if you choose the second one. Yeah, the advisor of the Tetra Cluster. I trust you are fully aware of the significance of this year's Tetra warfare? Tactical warfare? If you are, then you understand why I had to step in personally. Think about it. You may said they couldn't refuse. I suppose I could have, but I was just scared. I could have said something, yet afraid I'd lose everything if I did. I couldn't do anything, yet I couldn't fully run away from it either. I see. This is what I've been missing. Director, I know this may come out of line, but regarding the strategy that was established for this team, was it made with the students concerned? This is a good breaking line, because it actually doesn't really, I mean, it does connect to each other, but you could just say this straight up. Was it made with the students concerned? Consent. What is your intent behind asking that? The students are the stars of the tactical warfare. It is the stage where they can seize the opportunity to carve out their own future with their own hands. And yet you speak of consent? Are you implying that I force a strategy upon them? Yes, you're the director. They can't say shit against you, you dumb shit. So what you're saying is that everything was chosen by the students themselves? Must I really spell out something so obvious? I wrote that in my voice. It's true that the current competitive system favors a few selected. It's like a few, but the tactical warfare was meant to be the chance to prove that one can reach the top without innate special abilities. She keeps repeating specific words. She's a broken record. Prestige family, superpowers, innate special abilities. Even with all that, it still comes with them learning them. They still need to learn those abilities. It doesn't come naturally. A genius is not a genius because they are smart. A genius is a genius because they freaking work on becoming better. There's something that still bothers me. You keep mentioning a selected few. But it's true, isn't it? That they are the greatest obstacle to fair competition? I'm talking about a world where even ordinary proxians are given a chance. What are you, Batman? And what about that? No. And what about those? And what about when those ordinary proxians are the ones who suffer? There's a record from the past civilization that says this. Please let it be that. It is all too common for someone's... Oh, I just let the phone go through before I read it. It is all too common for someone's unfulfilled dream to be forced upon another. Ah, parenting. From parent to child, teacher to pupil, predecessor to successor, preset. I cannot say this right. I know the word, but my brain cannot re-say this word. Predecessor. Again, I hate this fact that when my brain is just like, because I am slow, I can recognize the word, but it takes so long to translate that and translate that and transfer it over to properly saying it until the moment I actually go look it up and search it up, then I freaking say it before I actually get to the word. I hate that. Just predecessor to successor. I guess this vicious cycle remains the same in the regenerative world. Watching the director's expression, the architect slowly rises from his seat. I'll speak with you maybe a little more. So please, don't worry. Again, these are continuous sentences, but this is more like the sentence that makes sense. A few days later, the day of Yume's final counseling session arrives. But there was an accident. Do you still think that? But did your teammates actually agree to let you carry their burdens too? Wait, what? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Why is she reading this? I think they wanted to fight alongside you as equals, as teammates. Why is she reading that? This is us saying this is where we should be saying that, or this is her mindset talking. Why did I say that? When I haven't been able to change anything myself. I doubt today's session will change anything. Still, I can't just ignore the care the teacher has shown me. This looks very suspiciously based on these lines. She's activating her yandere state. Ah, you might have arrived. I should greet. Huh? You may freeze us on the spot. Ah. You may. Director? Ow. Ow, my nose. Why are you here? No, how did you... Director? I'm not planning on returning to school. Now I see how much I've only been looking at what I wanted to see. The director quietly kneels in front of the bench where Yume is standing. Director, what are you doing? Please stand up. I'm sorry. My long-standing failing has brought you pain. One day in the past, at the Lamera Technical Warfare Arena. Wow, you're really stubborn. Give up already. You know that everything here is a competition, right? Well, is a competition only on paper. No matter how much you squirm, you're just wasting your time. You haven't achieved seed blooming. You haven't achieved seed blooming, and you don't have a family backing you either. If you have nothing to your name, stay at the bottom where you belong. Damn. Back then, I couldn't even deny it, because I truly had nothing. Maybe that's why I gritted my teeth and hurled myself at it all the more. But we both know that turned out, didn't we? But we know how that turned out, didn't we? Don't we? The director classes Yume's hand tightly in hers. I've stained a precious year of your life with scars. I'm sorry for forcing my dreams onto you. Will you give me a chance to make up for this past year, please? No, that's not it. You trusted me, but I wasn't good enough. I feel sorry to the others too, and because of that, you did more than enough. The problem was with me. Why this sounds like a freaking couple's relationship right there. After crying for a long while, Yume lifted her head. Director, I want to go back to school. Hearts. Good. Then come back. This time, let's really have a proper conversation. I thought she was the director. I'm confused. Regaining her composure and stepping into the hospital, Yume noticed someone sitting in the lobby. Teacher? Has he been here this whole time? If so, then his counseling. Are you feeling better now? I'm not sure yet, but I have a good feeling. That's good. For now, that's enough. Thank you, teacher. This really was the best counseling session. A gentle smile returns to Yume's face. Da da da. Okay, that was the reading. Man, that was horrible this time. I had so many errors this time, and it also took longer on reading. Anyways, if anybody came by and listened to this whole thing, thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Or I won't actually, because you won't be hearing this, you won't be watching. Anyways.